What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackal of Raw Bricks here. So, I used to play World of Warcraft a lot. A lot. And it's a massive multiplayer online role-playing game, MMORPG. And there's quite a few of them out there. In fact, I started dabbling recently in the Star Wars MMORPG. And also Defiance is the other one. So, anyway, and Rift. I used to play Rift a little bit, and also Guild Wars 2. But this is about World of Warcraft. So I used to play, let's see, three characters. I had three characters. I had a, my primary was a Alliance warrior named Goodwin. He was my tank. I had a Alliance gnome thief. She was named STV. She was just my little gank tool. And then there was, I had a horde dark elf, or what was it called? Blood elf. Are they called blood elves? I think they're called blood elves. Blood elf mage. And that was named Zanari. But yeah, I played all the way through, let's see, Wrath of the Lich King. I think, or maybe there was one after Wrath of the Lich King. I remember Wrath of the Lich King. That was the one I played the most. Yeah. So we played through the very first one, second expansion, third expansion. So there's Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and I know they've had a few others since then. But anyway, we played up to level 80. Level 80, I think, was where I capped. And it's funny because I played the shit out of it. Not nearly as much as my wife. My wife ended up playing a ton of it, and then finally she quit. She said, fuck it, I can't play this shit anymore. And people would say, well, dude, you're paying like $20 a month for this fucking thing. And me and my wife used to play together. We were in the same guild. We had all this other stuff. We had a vent server that I was hosting for us to do guild chat. We did raids. We did all kinds of stuff together. But she was way geared up. She was super geared, so she was invited a lot of times to do these really big epic raids, and I wasn't. I was relegated to, you know, hey, farming boy, go pick up all the supplies and stuff. So I used to fill up the guild bank with a bunch of materials and things of that nature. Because I didn't mind farming. I used to farm a lot of this herbs and minerals and all this other shit. But why? So, yeah, it was $20 a month, but me and my wife were playing, and we were playing hours and hours and hours of this shit. And it was a form of addiction, honestly, because, you know, during those times, our money was really tight, and we had all kinds of stressors in the real world. And then we got into the gaming world, and people treated each other with respect, and people were really nice, and there was a sense of community. And we all spoke the same lingo. We talked about DPS. We talked about ganks. We talked about dots. We talked about, oh, what was it called? It wasn't fishing. I used to, it wasn't trolling. What the fuck was it called when I used to tank and I used to pull all the bad guys on me? I forgot now. There's a whole sub-genre of lingo that you would hear people talking during the gameplay. And you had these hardcore factions. You had for the Horde and for the Alliance, and it was really hardcore. And I imagine at some point that's going to erode, and you'll be able to cross-talk to the different factions and things like that. But, man, it's amazing because your brain doesn't know the difference between real world and fake world. All it knows is you're doing a task and you're being rewarded for the task. So, you know, the very first, I remember distinctly, you know, I was in the the forest right outside of the Alliance capital. And I remember I was doing this stupid quest to kill these wolves. And I dinged, which means you leveled up. And I leveled up, and it happened, and my character got all lit up. And it was like, boom. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What did that mean? And, I realized that I got more powerful, and I got stronger. And so there was a real satisfying feeling when you struggled in the early levels, and then you got to kind of mid levels, and you go back to those starting areas, and you would just destroy shit. Okay? And then you'd help the lobies, and hey, can you help me with this? Like, sure, I got 10 fucking minutes to help you. What do you need? Oh, I need to get I remember that quest. Yeah, I'll help you out. And, I can't remember, a lot of assholes being on there, on your same faction side telling you, fuck off, I don't have time to explain something, or I don't have time to help you, or I don't have, it seemed like in the virtual world, people are a lot more friendly to each other. Now, granted, you might have had a lot more of the nerdy demographic sitting in there. The typical demographic that is depicted of a World of Warcraft player is not a very nice picture. But they come from all walks of life. In fact, a lot of people that I know, a lot of my hardcore friends used to play. And, like I said, they come from all walks of life. But, we used to say justify the $20 an hour, $20 a month, because we'd say, well, shit, we'd go watch a movie and we'd spend $40 plus to go watch a movie, and the experience is over in, 2 hours or whatever. But the real cost of the game wasn't the dollars, it was the amount of time that you put into the game. We would literally sit down on a Friday night and play 6 or 7 hours, go to sleep, get up in the morning Saturday, play all through Saturday until the wee hours, breaking only a few times for lunch and dinner and stuff, and, take care of the kids or whatnot, and then do the same thing on Sunday. It's ridiculous. I think there was a point I did slash time on the thing, and it was like measured in weeks. It was like, holy shit, I have literally weeks in this fucking game. And it's just something else. But it's funny because I have memories. Like, I could do probably 15 story times of some key events that happened while in World of Warcraft, and they're recalled just like their memories, and they were epic, and we're like, oh my god, and it was so crazy that I even had a blog for a while, and that blog is still up. It's funny, and it had exploits of STV. When I was running around ganking people, I was snapping screenshots and doing all this other stuff in case they, just as kind of a reminder of the exploits of STV. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because there was a tremendous amount of time that was invested in the game. And, World of Warcraft still holds, a special spot in my heart, from all of the epic storylines that we went through and what we did and accomplished. And so, I don't know. Any of you guys ever played World of Warcraft? I have some friends now that have stopped playing, and it's kind of like ex-smokers. They're like, fuck that game, that game's a fucking piece of shit. But, what's funny is, every so often I'll see somebody with like a Horde decal or something on their car, and they'll be walking to their car, and I'll be like, for the Horde! And they turn around, and they're like, rrr. It's like a fucking brotherhood. It don't matter if you're a guy or a girl. It's like fucking chicks are just as hardcore, But I'm just curious. Any of you guys ever play fucking MMORPGs? And let's even take that back even further. Any of you guys ever played a standard RPG, like a pen and paper with dice? Obviously, you can see I've got dice here. I'm a nerd. I grew up. We played a shit tons of Dungeons and Dragons. In fact, I'm probably going to get the kids playing some RPG stuff before too long here. And, and there's other evolutions of the RPG. There was collectible card games. Without RPGs and things of that nature, there probably would have never been collectible card games like Magic the Gathering, right? So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there and see what you guys think. All right. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell all your fucking friends. Until the next time, please be good to each other.